is launching. We're launching at over 900 volts. The next generation electric cars.
Let me quickly just explain that. Very, very simple explanation. The higher the voltage, the thinner the cable you need, and potentially, they argue, the more efficiency you have. Now, I'm not an electrical engineer,
This is a
but
Tesla engine, I
the
think, that they're
analogy that I
talking
like to
about.
give is think
The
about
more the
why is it when
twists,
you
too,
go
the
to
more
charge like a
efficiency.
12-volt battery or you go to jump somebody's car, you gotta have a lot of amperage, and to jump the car, you need these fat cables. I mean, they're huge. They make it feel like
Ohm's
you're trying
law,
to like
V equals
electrocute
I
somebody. They're huge
times R.
cables.
This is for
You
teaching
go to a
purposes.
900-volt system, you could probably use these tiny little dart cables and have a similar amperage flowing through them. And so they're making the argument that, hey, higher voltage, more potential efficiency, smaller systems, better cooling, so on and so forth. So they're taking a big stance that high voltage is the way to go. Tesla is, I think, like you said, somewhere in that 400 range. How much actually matters remains to be seen. This could just be a fancy marketing plan. You go. God, come on, man. I hit the space button and nothing happens.
Are going to be 900 volts. So, with the supercharged network from Tesla at 400 volts, it's going to be an interesting future.
Beautiful cars.
Where are we on charging? It takes a long time to charge a typical battery, depending on the vehicle maker. I'm not quite sure yours. Uh, but if we sped that up, leaving aside the more mileage you get from the charge these days, that could be a big game changer as well, right?
Absolutely, and that's a function of many things. It's a function of cell chemistry, it's a function of the voltage architecture of the vehicle, but it's also surprisingly
Sorry
a
about the
function. How
blurred
much I can go
screen.
per
It's not
kilowatt
me,
hour.
it's my
Because
television.
what really matters to the customer is the speed in terms of how many miles of charge I can accrue for a given stop time, not the amount of energy that's going into the car. And because Lucid Air is extraordinarily efficient, we can get nearly 300 miles charge in 20 minutes, which is quite extraordinary. The other thing is that we have an onboard charger for level 2 charging at home rated at 19.2 kilowatts. And that gives us close to 90 miles charge per hour at peak conditions at a home charging station. This is a game changer.
It is, to put it mildly. That's amazing because that does open it up to a wider group of people who might be doubters right now. We'll see where all this goes. Peter, very good catching up with you. Peter Rollinson, Lucid.
Okay, I mean, so he basically reiterated a lot of the sort of arguments, the marketing pitches that Lucid comes out with. No real new information there. Worth listening to in case you haven't listened to it before. So